everyone, welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star the Flippin' Hippo, and today is Monday, April 6th, 2020. Because it's a Monday, y'all know what that means. It's time for What's Sold on eBay. Just like every week, guys, I'm going to take you on a stroll through Instagram. We're going to look at my posts of our shipping photos each day, just to kind of give you an idea of the volume that we're doing at current, and then we'll jump on over to eBay. I've picked out some highlights of the week, bolo items, bread and butter items, just some things that are good inventory for you guys to be on the lookout for. And of course, I got all the plush that sold for the week all ready to go to show you guys, because they're my favorites, so I show you each and every single one that sells. Everything else I kind of pick and choose what I show you. So let's just jump right in. You're looking at today's photo. Keith and I broke another record today, so we sent out 60 items, 60, in 59 packages, 58 eBay sales, and 2 on Poshmark. Our last high score was March 9th when we sent out 53 packages. And prior to that, our high score had been in July last year, and it was 40-something, like 43, I think, maybe 47. So you can see the difference it's making having both of us do this full time. Even in the current situation, things are improving over here, having 2 people work this business full time. It took us from July of last summer until last month to break our personal high score and beat our own record, and then it took us less than a month to beat it again. So things are doing pretty good over here. You guys know I'm always telling you only compete with yourself. So if you guys aren't selling 60 items in a weekend, that's okay. We have a lot of remotes. We have almost 2,500 listings up. So we're right where we should be for us. The amount of listings we have 2 full-time people. We have a lot of electronics that sell a 1% sell-through rate. So for us, this is where we should be, and we only ever strive to beat ourselves. So our high score now is 60, and we will strive to beat that. We only ever compete with ourselves and strive to compete with ourselves and beat our own records. So I just want to reiterate that to you guys. You don't have to be at this level. If you're new, if you've got 1,000 listings, if there's only one of you, if you can only work this part-time because you've got kids at home right now because the school's being canceled, just do what you can do the best that you can do, and beat your own personal records. Don't compare yourself to me or anyone else. I don't compare us to anyone else. I only try to beat our own records. So we're pretty stoked every time we do better than the last time. And you should be too. So this was today's photo. Last Monday, we had 43 packages, 40 on eBay, 3 on Poshmark. Tuesday, we had 18 sales and 11 packages. This was a really cool day. We had 10 eBay sales, and we had 8 sales on Poshmark, all to one buyer. A bundle of 8 items went to one person. Very exciting. I think that's our largest bundle on Poshmark, too. And then on Wednesday, we had 13 packages, all eBay. Thursday were 8 eBay. And Friday were 16 items and 15 packages. 14 of those were eBay sales, and 2 were Plush on Macari. And those went to one buyer. You can see them here in their little box, little Pooh and Eeyore. I didn't pull these up over here to show you on the what sold because they didn't sell on eBay, but one buyer did buy both Pooh and Eeyore. I had them up for $20 plus shipping on Macari, and they offered 15 a piece, and I thought, well, they're buying both, so you can have them for 15 each, and they went in this little box together. So aren't they a little cute? They look like they're sleeping in there together. All right, let's jump over to eBay. We'll start with the plush, since it's my favorite. Okay, so this is a lovey. If you guys have heard me talk about loveys before, number one, they are a bolo. Even the most generic of brands and used, the one you're looking at here is a good brand, it's new with tags, but will go for good money. I've sold Target ones used for 20 bucks. So always keep your eye out for loveys. And this is what a lovey is. It's a very small, let me show you with the ruler. It's usually a foot like 12 inches to 14 inches, like about that big. It's a little small security blanket, and it always has a little plush head on it. It could be any animal. I've had dogs, bears, monkeys, sock monkeys. I have an Eric Carle Hungry Caterpillar one in the store. But they always have like a little plush stuffed animal head connected to a security blanket. And they're called Lovies. And they are amazing. Return on profit. They sell pretty fast. They sell for good money. So this particular one came, I want to say, from Goodwill for 50 cents. And it sold for $21. So I did take a best offer on this of $21. Typically, I probably would have held out for a little bit more. But with times being what they are, we're taking offers a couple dollars less here and there than we normally would. And I talked about that in a video last week. If you didn't see that video, I'll have it pop up here at the end for you about profit versus cash flow. So I'm accepting offers now, you know, a little bit less than I normally would, just to keep things moving. I want to keep cash flow coming in for the business, and I also want to keep activity on the store. So every sale counts. This Elephant Lovey shipped first class. Here we have a Despicable Me goat. 50 cents at the Goodwill. I accepted a best offer of $7 on the goat, and it shipped first class. This is a Russ dog. It's vintage. His name's Casanova, and you can tell he's vintage by the tag. I've showed you guys these tags before. And they are, if they're printed like that, and sometimes they're folded in half, like right along the writing, they'll be folded in half and attached to the animal. Those are vintage tags. So this Russ Casanova dog was 50 cents at the Goodwill, and I accepted a best offer of $10 on him, and he shipped first class. Here we have a Pokeball. It's a gray luxury ball. And when you sell anything from Pokemon, you want to look for this Tomy brand, the Pokemon Center, and make sure they're officially licensed. This one was 50 cents at the Goodwill, and it sold for $13.12 and shipped first class. Here we have Isabella. She is a Claire's exclusive Beanie Boos dog with the glitter eyes. So these Beanie Boos, Beanie Buddies, they're hit or miss. They're Beanie Boos, some are Beanie Buddies. They're hit or miss. I tell you guys that all the time. I find them for 50 cents and I bring them home because sometimes they're going to be $10 or $12 and sometimes they're going to be even more than that. I've had them go for even more than Isabella went for. But she was a nice surprise. She's a Claire's exclusive. And so she sold for $16.88 and shipped first class. And then we have Tracy here. She was 50 cents at the Goodwill. And Tracy sold for $8.44. Now, I probably could have listed her for a little bit more and got a little bit more from her. But you see this damage on her eye right here? So, I did disclose that and show it in the pictures. And I always typically lower the price a little bit for damage in the eyes. The only problem with taking photos of the eyes, you can see in the reflection, you can see my Captain America shirt, my hands, my phone. You can even see the photo light. But when their eyes have damage, I do the best I can to get a picture for the listing. And sometimes it's really hard to avoid being in the reflection. Oh, Tracy shipped first class. Here we have this bear I found in our death pile. You remember the notorious death pile that it took me 5 months to get through with outsourcing from September until very recently? Great timing, because now everyone wants a death pile. Anyway, I found him in the pile. He was in a plastic case that made him weigh more than a pound. So we looked him up and comped him, and he didn't go for very much. So I took him out of his plastic case to make him weigh like 5 ounces on his own, and went ahead and listed him. He sold for $9.38. I do not remember where he came from or what I paid for him. He was so far down in the death pile, but he was sitting there doing nothing forever, and then he sold and at least did something, a little bit of cash flow. Here we have a Thai Sparkle. My Little Pony. This one is Princess Cadence. She was 50 cents at the Goodwill. She has the nice wings and horn and stuff. She was 50 cents. I said that. She sold for 13 and shipped first class. Here we have another Beanie Buddy with the glitter eyes. This one's a little tie-dye rabbit. This was a recent find. You guys just saw in a haul video not too long ago. His name's Lollipop, and he's 50 cents. I got him up quickly. I tried to pull all the rabbits and Easter stuff out a couple weeks ago to get them in the store for Easter, which is coming up this Sunday. I still have an entire bag sitting here full of bunnies and rabbits and Easter stuff that I didn't get to in time. I had a ton, but I got a lot in the store and some of it moved, so I was happy for that. The rest will just get up in the store and hope they still sell. Easter plush sells year-round all the time. So, you know, like I tell you guys, list all the things all the time. But if you know something's coming up and you have a lot of them, it's okay to kind of like prioritize those. So I was trying to get the rabbits up first. Anyway, Lollipop was a newer find for 50 cents, sold for $13.99, and shipped first class. Here's another little Easter guy. This is just a little pink bunny Peep. These Peeps plush I actually do really well with. I've had these pink bunnies, the yellow chicks. Some of them have clothes, some of them don't. They sell year round too. So whenever I find them for the in the 50 cents bin at the Goodwill, snatch them up. This one sold for $10 and shipped in a poly bag first class. You guys, do you remember Chicken Little? Remember how excited I was about finding Chicken Little? 50 cents at the Goodwill a couple weeks ago. Well, yeah, I mean, the beginning of March was a couple weeks ago, I guess. March feels like it was like 3 years long on its own, but anyway, I got him back in March. Now, last summer I had found a Chicken Little that was about half the size of this guy that sold for like $26. So when I found this one that was 17 inches long, I was super excited. So I listed it for $31.99, and that's what he sold for. So 50 cents into $31.99. You guys, keep your eyes out for Chicken Littles. Right now, most of us are sourcing by going online and doing arbitrage on the different platforms. If you see somebody selling Chicken Little for, you know, less than what he's worth, you can snatch him up and flip him for good money. Even though he was 17 inches long, he still shipped first class. And then we have a Wiley Coyote here. He is super vintage. His tag's really faded though. Super big. He's 26. That's why I had to show him in the photo. So there he is laying on his side. You can see the whole measuring tape. And then I just showed his foot up close. But this is a bendable, posable, 26-inch large stuffed animal, Wiley Coyote. He came from a yard sale, and I believe he was $1. And he actually sat in the death pile for over a year before he got listed. But I do remember paying $1 for him at a yard sale. So anyways, he sold for $23.43, and the buyer paid shipping as well, because he weighed over a pound on his own. I put him in a large mailing box, the 9x9x12, that you can order for free off of the USPS.com. The large boxes I'm always talking about mailing plush in. He went in that, and I just, because he's bendable and posable, what I did was just put his torso down in the box and his head, and made sure those were in there nice, and then his legs and arms folded right in real nice. And then I put tissue paper on the bottom and top. And he weighed 3 pounds. So they paid like, this always says the wrong thing. Right here it tells you what it would have cost me to ship it to myself in Pittsburgh. But they paid like $13 to ship him or something. So that was a nice flip. $23.43 for Wiley Coyote. Again, another thing that sat in the death pile forever and sold pretty quick. Alright, you guys, that was all the plush from the week. Now we're going to get into some clothing items and some odds and ends before we talk about remotes. Here we have Chico's So Slimming Girlfriend. You guys, I'm always talking about the So Slimming and the So Lifting lines from Chico's. And these are also Girlfriend. So the Girlfriend style jeans and the Boyfriend style jeans do really well. And when I can find the Chico's So Slimming or So Lifting and it's a Girlfriend or Boyfriend, it's like a home run. So these were 99 cents at the Goodwill. And I did take a best offer on them of $18. They shipped in a padded flat. Then these American Eagle jean shorts. I took a best offer on of $16. These were from the Goodwill and cost 99 cents. And these shipped first class. These booty shorts, guys, I'm telling you. Here I have some silver shorts cut off. These are the Silver Tuesday cut off jean shorts. These came from the Goodwill. They were $5 full price. They sold for $22.30 and shipped first class. Gap women's jeans. These are bootcut stretch. These came out of a thread-up box, so they were about $1.75 for the pair. They sold for $19.68 and shipped in a padded flat. Some cut from the cloth I got from the Goodwill, 99 cents. And these sold for $22.48 and shipped in a padded flat. I got these at the Goodwill for 99 cents. London Jeans, not that great of a brand, but they were super cute looking. These were a very recent find too. I remember showing these in a pretty recent haul within like the last month or two. London Jeans, not that great of a brand, but these are corduroy pants, first of all. I do really well with corduroys. And they had the contrast stitching and the flare legs, and they were just super cute. So for 99 cents, I brought them home to try them. They sold relatively quickly for $19.68, and I believe they shipped in a padded flat. Yes, they did. Then we sold this London Fog wool men's trench coat. And I didn't put wool in the title because the tag that would have said wool on it was not in it. So I don't like to say something if I can't prove it with a tag or what have you. But it was wool. Anyway, it's a double-breasted coat. Super cool. Sold for $29.99. It should have had shipping on it. So this was either a mistake on our part when it was listed, or it's one of those what are those things that happens? I gave up on that word. I know that it happens to us on occasion from time to time, and I see people in our Facebook group talk about it as well, where something is supposed to have shipping on it, calculated shipping, and when it sells, all of a sudden shipping is free. It happens. It's one of those little things. We didn't lose money on it, so it's okay. We still ended up making like $10. It would have been nice to make more than $10, but we made $10 on it by the time it was shipped out. But this came from a church sale anyway, a stuff-a-bag. So we may even have made a little bit more than $10 now that I think about it, because we didn't even pay 99 cents for this. We just had a big bag at this church, so we crammed everything in there for $5. So, you know, it's profit. I just wish that when I put calculated shipping on something, it would stay. Alright, then we have this tie. This is a Norman Rockwell tie, the Saturday Evening Post. This is old from the bins. So by weight, it was probably a nickel. Probably less than 5 cents by weight, but it's been around for a while. Finally sold for $10.30, and it shipped first class. Then we have this Outdoor Life nice bag. This was given to us to sell, and so it has no cost of goods on it. It was given to us to resell. It was part of some inventory we inherited back in 2018. Sat in a death pile forever, and it finally got listed. It's like a black lunch bag, hunting, fishing, travel bag. So $15 it sold for, and it shipped first class. Then we sold these Madewell jeans. These came out of a thread-up box. They're leggings, so these would have been about $1.70. And they sold for $41. And these ones I think were nope, they were first class. So that's even better. So these weren't even in a padded flat. They cost less to ship and they sold for $41. That's always nice. Then these jeans. So thought Madewell was going to be like the ultimate jeans of the week. No. We sold these Cult of Individuality men's jeans, Hagen straight leg, button fly. I found these at the Goodwill, and I did pay full price for them. I paid $6.99 because I knew what I had when I found them. Got very excited, in fact. Even with that little patch missing right there on the back, which I disclosed in the listing itself. These sold for $67.69. So Cult of Individuality is definitely a brand to keep your eyes out for. The Hagen straight leg, the button fly, any of that. And again, we did pay full price, so $7 to sell for $67.69, and they definitely shipped in a padded flat. All right, now we're going to talk about remotes just real quick. We sold 62 remotes. 62 remotes between last Monday and yesterday on Sunday for the week. Keeps it right at that 1% sell-through rate that you want to see with any electronics. So we're doing really good with our remotes still. And as always, I've just picked out like a couple to show you guys the higher end ones. Because unless you're buying these in bulk quantities like we did, if you're buying them as one-offs or one at a time, you want to focus on the higher end ones because you're going to be paying more per piece. If you ever get a chance to get a whole bunch of remotes for like 50 cents, $1 or less, whether it's a pallet, a box, a gator, get them. Get them. This has been the life-saving thing for our store, and it's definitely turned a corner and allowed us to grow a lot. So remotes are definitely really super good. If you can get them cheaply, you want to get all of them, because even the ones that sell for $7 and $8 make a profit, and they flip all the time. They flip every day. They sell so fast. So, but if you're just looking for them one at a time, you kind of want to be a little more picky. So this is a Toshiba. There's its model number right there. You guys can see what it looks like. And it sold for $24.99. There's a Sony for the AV system. There's its model number. You guys can see what it looks like. $19.99. This one sold for $10.30. I don't think I meant to pull this one up to show you, but hey, we're already looking at it, so there you go. And we have a $29.99 Sony Video 8. You can see the model number. $29.99. And this one, which is so exciting, a Tascam compact disc rewritable remote control unit. It's got this cord attached to it, and we accepted a best offer on this one of $50 on the Tascam. So all of our remotes that we purchased in our bulk buy last year were about 52 cents a piece. We got 3,000 remotes for $1,600 shipped, and we're still doing really well with them. But yeah, 52 cents averaged a piece. We ship each remote in a yellow craft mailer, those padded yellow mailers, and they all ship first class. Most remotes average like 3 and 4 ounces. That's where we see most of them, but they go anywhere from 2 ounces up to 8 ounces sometimes, and they ship in those yellow things, and ours were 50 cents a piece. This guy, though, I did want to mention we put it in a box. Because it had the cord, and because it was such an expensive remote, we wanted to take a little bit more care than just dropping in a yellow envelope. So we got a small, I think it was a 5x5x5 eBay branded box we got for free with our shipping coupon, shipping supply coupon we get with our store subscription. We just used one of those and we dropped it in there, some tissue paper, made it look nice. Sometimes, you know, for things like that, even with like plush and stuff or ties. If you have stuff that's really expensive that sells, you can take a little bit more effort with how you package it and what you send it in. So yeah, that one in a box, but everything else always goes in those yellow mailers. Alright guys, let me know in the comments down below how things are for you, what you think, what's going on. I love to hear from you. Before you leave, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Really helps our channel out a lot, and we absolutely appreciate it. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel. Help us feed a hungry hippo. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications when I put out new content and new videos for you guys. Join our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod on Facebook. There's a link down in the description box for you, or you can search for it on Facebook. It's a really good group to be in, and it's free. So you should be in there if you're not. We're having a great time over there. If you need to get a hold of me, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at flippinhippos on all social media. And our email is flippinhipposhelp@gmail.com. Until next time, guys, go be productive, go make some money, wash your damn hands, make sure you're staying home and flattening that curve. And I'll see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Bye.